Hello, everyone. This is Al Kabir, the analyst, and today I'll be talking about Howie Roseman believing in Jalen Hurts since day one when nobody else didn't. And I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip. It was an interview. Howie Roseman, of course, LaShawn McCoy, Emmanuel Aiko. I believe it's called Speak First or something like that. The name of the show. And yeah, we're gonna play this clip on why Howie Roseman believed in Jalen Hurts since day one.
For us, I don't know that any team in the National Football League has benefited more from having depth at the quarterback position than the Eagles since I've been there, and you guys know that. You guys were part of teams that made playoff runs with backup quarterbacks. And so I think for us, when we watched Jalen and we saw him as a true freshman win SEC Player of the Year, compete for a national championship as a true freshman, we saw him have adversity, overcome it, go to Oklahoma, be a Heisman Trophy finalist. And it's hard to find quarterbacks who every year of their career you felt like were getting better. And so he got better freshman year, and then obviously to his senior year. And then from his senior year to the combine, he was throwing better. And I think the guy just has something inside of him, something unique inside of him as a leader, as a worker. And you combine that with physical tools and you have a shot. And from our perspective, we talk about, not wanting to have regrets. Obviously, we had a situation prior where we liked a quarterback. We got cute. We missed out. And then we're in a situation that we had to kind of keep trying to find another one. And I think anytime you see a player that you really like, especially at the quarterback position, like you go get them. And it wasn't comfortable for a long time. I mean, you guys know Philly. They let you hear it. They let you hear it. And I got it. I understood the perspective. I also felt like, you always got to do what you think is best for your team, even if it's, in the moment, not the most popular thing. And I remember at first training camp, a couple of our vet receivers, and you could probably figure out who they were on that team, came up to me and they go, "Man, we thought you were crazy, but we kind of see it, and it didn't take long to be around Jalen to see that he had the ability. He had the ability to be really good, and he had the work ethic and leadership to whatever level that he could get to. And I don't know that we've still seen it, even coming off an MVP season, he's going to reach it because he's going to do whatever it takes to do whatever.
Very interesting segment, very interesting answer by Howie Roseman is because, like he said, he basically seen it before everybody else. And, it is funny that he said it was veteran receivers. I'm trying to think what veterans was there. I think it was Alshon. Of course, it was Ertz. He's considered a tight end. Then you had like the Greg Wards, Fulgham. I'm trying to think who possibly came out to Howie Roseman and said it because you're like, well, if you guess, you probably know who it is. And yeah, man, it's just like a lot of fans thought. The players probably thought the same thing too. Like, we just signed Carson Wentz for $100+ million, and you get a quarterback in the second round. You get somebody in the second round, first round, or even third, you expect them to play at some point. And like he said, Jalen just had the it factor. Every year he got better. The work ethic, he handled adversity really, really well. And it's like he was somewhat polar opposite or almost complete opposite of Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz, first rounder, probably got everything thrown to him. Big guy, combine, freak. And where's those Jalen? Smaller, like 6'1". Didn't have the biggest arm, really accurate, but he's really good with the locker room players. He got intangibles that Carson Wentz just did not have. And like how we said, he just seen it. He's like, well, look, I've been in this situation. This is the Sam Bradford days. We all remember those days. Whereas though, like, we can't find a quarterback, and they didn't want to be in that position. And it was a position where we could have got a quarterback, which he was talking about Russell Wilson. We could have got Russell Wilson, and we sat on our hands, So we just seen him and like, we want him, we got him, and I think it just got to a point he didn't believe in Carson Wentz anymore. He probably didn't want to say it, but it got to a point he just did. That playoff game, he probably felt A lot of the fans felt he could have played, but he voluntarily goes into the locker room. They check him. He got a concussion. Now that's reported that he got a concussion. Now he has to sit out the game. So, was that smart by Carson Wentz health wise? Sure, but when it's football, you just want the toughness. Like, we don't know what's going on with Jalen Hurts' shoulder, but he's playing. He's taking the contact. He's at an MVP level, and his goal is to get that ring. Whereas we kind of felt like that probably wasn't Carson Wentz's goal. I'm not sure what is Carson Wentz's goal. Is his goal just to make money in the league, provide for his family, which is cool, or is it really to chase that chip? I don't know. But Jalen Hurts is just feel like polar opposite. It does, man. And Howie was right about this. Where majority of the fans were wrong, probably his staff was wrong, maybe even the players at that time were wrong. But as time went on, a lot of people see it. We see it. Got us to the bowl. Within 2 years, basically, Jalen Hurts. So I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at that. So I like everything that Howie Roseman said. And it brings everything into full circle because remember when we won the NFC Championship game, like Jalen Hurts was saying, it was guys that didn't want me here. And Howie is almost admitting that it was guys that really didn't want Jalen Hurts here. And as time went on, they're like, well, I see it now. I see it. So, yeah, man, salute to Howie Roseman again. And what do you think and how do you feel about Howie Roseman, what he said about Jalen Hurts? And you got to watch this full interview. Of course, I can't break down the whole 20-minute interview, but it was things about Jalen Hurts. He answered some funny questions. Who was your best running back of all time?
I think
My computer's tripping, so it's telling me to wrap up. But yeah, you gotta watch the full interview, man. They talked about fleecing other teams on Howie, which I might break that down too. But this is Al Kabir, the analyst. Ghost.